But if you don't wanna tell me now, I guess I'll never know.
Hello you guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Samantha. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and we would love to have you in the family. So today I'm going to be doing a tag called the 17 random questions tag. So there's 17 different questions on this tag video. So without further ado, let's just jump right on in. Okay, so the very first question on this tag is, how did you get your YouTube username? Pretty simple. Samantha Cavalier is just my name. That's how I got that username. You know, Samantha Cavalier basics for my name. If you could change your name to anything, what would it be and why? Personally, I'm not too sure. I've never really thought about if I would ever change my name, what I would change it to. Just because I feel like you get your name for a reason. You know, your parents pick out the name, whether it's your mom, dad, or even if, you know, someone else picked out your name for you. I feel like my name suits me to a point. You know, I'm just not really sure how well it suits me. But I've always had the name Samantha, so I really don't see myself ever changing my name just because, you know, it was picked out for me. You know, that's one thing that's super special. You get your name picked out for you, and they, you know, they see your face and they're like, oh, you do look like a blah. Or sometimes, you know, the parents will have a name picked out long before the baby's born. So, yeah, just personally, I don't think I would change my name. If you could go back in time and give your younger self advice, what would it be and why? Okay, this one is major. Just because life has, you know, gone on a couple of roller coasters over time. I would definitely try and tell myself whether I would listen or not, because I'm pretty stubborn as a person. My younger self was pretty stubborn. That is one thing that has never personally changed about me. But I would personally tell my younger self, don't stress so much, even though, I mean, life is very stressful. Trust me, if there's one thing I know in life, that it is stressful. But as time goes on, everything's going to work out. Life is going to be tough, but that is just something that you'll be able to power through. The struggles that you go through are definitely something that's going to build your character. It proves how, not strong you are, but it proves how much of a person and how well you can grow into, you know, those struggles. You outgrow those struggles and, you know, you kind of find your way in life. And life's going to be complicated. It's not going to be easy, but you'll find your way in life, and there's going to be plenty of people around you that are going to support you and love you for who you are. So do not let anything or anyone take you down, because life is crazy, but you're going to get through it. And honestly, not just to my younger self, that's personally something that everyone should really listen to. Life is complicated, life is hard, but we all will get through it. Because again, we're all meant to be here. We're all meant to live our lives. That's why we were put on this earth, to serve a purpose. Whether we know our purpose yet in life or not, you know, sometimes it comes later, sometimes we find it out earlier. How old were you when you first learned to blow a bubble gum bubble? Oh, I don't know, but I was kind of young. I personally don't chew gum too much anymore. I just think it was pretty, a long time ago that I learned how to do that. I used to chew gum a lot. That was just something that, you know, you do as a child, you know. What did you want to be when you were little? I wanted to be a mom when I was little, but also wanted to be a graphic designer or an interior designer. I think it was interior designer and a mom. Now my life is kind of all over the place. Now that I'm older, I've gone through a bunch of different experiences in life. I'm kind of figuring out where I am in life and taking it one step at a time. I absolutely love the idea of music. I absolutely love the idea of teaching. I kind of just all over the place for, you know, life. But, you know, you're learning as you go. You're going to school to learn different things. You can get a degree in one thing, get a degree in something else. You can have multiple degrees under your belt and still not know what to do. And that's okay in life, you know. Life is not simple. And life, you know, as you get new experiences, you kind of want to change it up, and that's okay. Let's see, what do you order at Starbucks? Oh, okay. It depends on the time of the year, but for my all year round drink, when it's not like holiday, it's matcha with vanilla in it. I love vanilla matcha so much. I am like a matcha girly. I love coffee a lot, so that's kind of something to know about me. I love coffee. I love matcha. I love Starbucks. I love Dunkin'. So, let's see. What's the hardest you ever laughed? It was probably something my sister said, to be honest. My sister makes me laugh probably more than anyone, because she's just comedically funny. Y'all could probably tell by our shirt channel, she's probably the funny one of the two of us. Just how life goes, you know. If you could play any musical instrument, what would it be and why? I would absolutely love to learn how to play the guitar, but personally, one, I don't have a guitar. Second of all, I don't really know anyone who could teach me how to play guitar. So I need those two things first before I can learn how to play guitar. But drums would also be super fun to learn. You know, I want to be into music more than I am. I listen to music. I like to sing, even though I don't sing very well. But personally, I would love absolutely to get into playing some kind of instruments. I feel like that'd be a lot of fun. I have friends who play musical instruments and are in bands and stuff like that. I think it's super cool that they know how to do that kind of stuff. And I do know some of them taught themselves, so I probably could teach myself if I got the right instrument and all the right stuff to be able to actually, you know, put myself into it, immerse myself into doing something like that. And, you know, I'd probably be able to hopefully get really good, but we would have to see as, you know, time goes on. Moving on, the next question is, what's your favorite thing to do when you're upset? When I'm upset, I typically like to color. I like to write. I write a lot of books. I have a fun, you know, obsession with writing books. And again, I like to do the adult coloring stuff, so like the stuff that's supposed to relax your mind and stuff. I have a bazillion of those books. I have a bazillion of different kinds of markers. I absolutely love doing those things. You know, getting into nature, you know, taking walks, a lot of that kind of stuff does help. And, you know, listening to music also helps, because I typically like listen to music and I'll either color or write or do something like, you know, helpful and, you know, useful to what I'm doing in life, you know. Kind of get my head out of that, like, upset space and, you know, distract my mind and kind of help myself come out of whatever might be upsetting me at that time. And, you know, as you go on, you kind of learn different things to help yourself do that kind of thing. What is your favorite movie? Okay, I have The Outsiders is my favorite movie. Of course, I've met Tommy, I've met Darren, I've met Leaf. I love all those guys so much. Meeting them was definitely an amazing experience. So The Outsiders, of course, is my number one favorite movie. I do also love 13 Going on 30. That's one of my other favorite movies. I love The Breakfast Club. I love La Bamba. I love Savannah Smiles. I have a lot of favorite movies, but of course, The Outsiders will always be number one for me personally. Just because for so long I've had an attachment to that movie and I've met the people from that movie. And, you know, you just learn a lot about different movies as, you know, you grow up. What is one food you cannot live without? This one's hard because I feel like my eating habits are kind of all over the place. Of course, like, you know, you have your favorite meals, but personally, if you ask me what my favorite food is, I couldn't tell you. Maybe pizza. I could probably eat pizza a lot. Maybe I shouldn't live without it. I don't know. Maybe when I truly taste Italian pizza, I love, you know, Papa John's and stuff, but I really want to try some real Italian pizza someday. Let's see. Favorite pizza topping. I would say pepperoni, but that's not the right way to say it. In Italy, if you ordered pepperoni on pizza, you would literally get peppers. So probably some sort of meat, maybe on a pizza. Would you rather have superpowers to read minds or the superpower to be invisible? Ooh, okay. I feel like being invisible would be super fun because you could like sneak up on people and like scare them. I don't know. I think that'd be funny. Maybe go invisible anytime you feel like you are feeling invisible. You know, you can kind of disappear. Go into your own life, go into your own person, you know, kind of hide away from the world, get a little bit of a break, kind of listen in on what people are talking about, because they won't know you're there, so you can kind of get a feel for things. Let's see, what did you do for your last birthday? I vlogged my last birthday. What did I even do for my last birthday? Go watch that vlog if y'all are curious about that one. It's my 19th birthday vlog. That was during Vlogmas. I vlogged the entire day. Y'all are curious, I also have my last few birthdays up on Vlogmas, day 21 of Vlogmas if y'all are curious. My birthday is December 21st, so go look through Vlogmases. I've had them literally for the last 4 years, I believe. 4 years, I believe. Let's see, if you had one personal selfish wish, what would it be and why? I don't know. I'm not the kind of person to wish for things. I dream about things, yes, but whatever's meant to be, honestly, is going to find me. Whatever's meant to happen in life, it will be. I really can't think of a wish that I could wish right now and, you know, be pretty content with that wish. I mean, of course, like, you know, like, you would hope that you could see, like, anyone who's passed on one more time, you know, stuff like that. But of course, that kind of stuff is not really possible, so I don't really know. Last but not least, if you're a Pokemon, what would you be called? What would you look like? I don't really do anything with Pokemon. I don't really know much about Pokemon. All I know about Pokemon is when I was younger, there was a game called Pokemon Go. I don't know, what kind of Pokemon would I look like, guys? I really don't know. Let me know. I would love to know what you guys would think about me being a Pokemon. Pokemon. I don't know how you correctly say it. But, you know, I really don't know much about Pokemon. So if y'all want to tell me how I would look as a Pokemon, let me know. But that is the last question in this random tag. Thank you guys so much for watching another video on my channel. I hope you guys did like it. If you did, thumbs up, subscribe, turn on post notifications so you never miss a future upload. I feel like it's crazy how fast time is going. Fall activities, fall vlogs, fall content is going to be coming. Our favorite time of year is coming. Like I say, Balloon Fiesta is coming up. I'm excited for that vlog. Gonna bring it to life again. Check out all my fall vlogs. Check out my autumn content in general. Lots of vlogs from the past couple years, from like Balloon Fiesta, Corrales, getting green chili, all that good stuff. But with that being said, guys, I love you guys so much. I'll see you guys in the next video, which will literally be super soon. Love you.